Yeah. What is good? What is good, family? It is the partners. It's your boy, one third of the partners, your boy Tiz, along with
It's the other third of the partners is facing the place.
already. We just come in here with a random live today. What sparked this was as we released our episodes of the podcast this week and the preview for the episode that just dropped today. I noticed a lot more engagement in the comment section with people kind of sounding off on their thoughts. So I thought instead of trying to keep up with it via comments, why not just had a conversation live? So shout out to everybody watching on replay. Have your thoughts heard in the comments. Shout out everybody watching live. The link is
Shout out.
comments. If you want to come up on the panel, if you have a thought on one of the topics we discussed today, or if you had thoughts that you had throughout the week that you wanted to get off, this is your chance. What's up, Queen? The Queen of the pod. What's good, Honey B? How are you, love? Always a pleasure to have you in the building. Always a pleasure. Now we know the show today gonna be blessed. But yeah, I got some other topics. Basically, we're gonna be kind of rehashing the topics from the podcast and giving the pod squad and the public a chance to kind of sound off and give their takes on it. Again, the link is pinned to the chat if you want to come up on panel. And as always, feel free to get your voice heard in the actual chat as you feel. What's good, Varied Perspectives. Yo, I'm actually going to be shouting out 5 channels today, Varied Perspectives. And if you don't mind, yours is actually one of them on my list. So I hope that's all right if I get the people your channel info so they can support you, brother. What's good, Theo? What's good, Nova Real?
Peace.
Shout out Nova Real Show Channel 2. He actually wants us to react to some of his vids face. So I'm going to be looking over his channel and pulling up some of them so we can add them to our lineup for our Sunday shows.
Already.
But yeah, man. So before I get into my promos of the channels and the topics from the podcast this week, Face actually had hit me up early today and said he had a topic that he wanted to kind of get off his chest real quick. So I'm gonna pass the floor over to my brother. It's all you, King. All you.
Yeah. So what's on my mind today is this new holiday or new announced federal holiday, Juneteenth. Thank you. I guess thank you. But I've been celebrating that. But the thing that's pissing me off is you made it a federal holiday, but I can't get it off. But I got to celebrate 4th of July for a country that don't acknowledge the struggles my own people going through. I ain't looking for a free day off. I don't mind working. I work on my birthday and every holiday for years, and I don't mind working on nothing. But my thing is, when my people finally get something, let us celebrate that. For so long, we celebrated July 4th for what? The independence of the country? When the country became independent, my people still won't free. So why are we celebrating this? We celebrate everybody else's holiday. Cinco de Mayo and all this shit black folks celebrate. We get off for all these holidays. I get off for every paid holiday except Juneteenth.
Yeah.
That's the real kicker. At my job, I get off for every calendar holiday except Juneteenth. That's the piss off right there.
Day, but can't celebrate his own people. That's crazy.
That's the real piss off.
Yeah.
Let me celebrate with my culture.
It's definitely not.
Let me celebrate.
Either the patronizing nature of the timing of them making this a holiday and the current climate of our country. You know what I mean? I feel like every time we start to get riled up, they try to find a way to pacify us for a second. Or
give me the simple ass tokens.
To shut us up.
This ain't Blockbuster. This ain't Dave and Buster. I don't want no simple ass tokens. Give me something tangible. Give me something tangible that lasts. Ooh, a holiday. Whoopee. How many fucking holidays do we already have in this country? Huh? Father's Day is coming up. It's the 20th most celebrated holiday. That's my day. But I ain't even gonna celebrate that. I'm gonna be busting my ass working on that day. Our culture deserves more than a penny ass token ass holiday. Our culture deserves tangible change. Tangible change.
Yeah. Every Juneteenth, they need to pass a new law that makes things more equitable for black people. Then I have something to celebrate.
Shit, I'm on the let's boycott July 4th shit. For real, me personally. I'm gonna start boycotting July 4th.
On the 4th of July,
I'm not celebrating that shit. I ain't been nowhere. I don't celebrate. I do the shit for the kids. The fireworks, but even that, I'm not doing fireworks this year. Fuck all that shit. Because when the fireworks go red, white, and blue. Is any of that red, white, blue representing my people? Is the red in that flag for the blood my people shed over all these years? My people fought in every war. We can barely get recognition for that shit. We can fight for this country, but we can't get acknowledged as far as what's going on with us in this country.
Exactly.
We've been in this country longer than majority of every other race in this country. But every other race has a bill protecting them against bullshit, not us. But when we bring it up, oh, y'all complaining. Let it go. Fuck complaining. We want the same thing everybody else has. I don't want no more. I don't want no less. Even kill. That's all I drive on. No bias, no double standards. Make shit even, and I guarantee we'll let up all your asses. But shit need to be even before anybody let the fuck up. Excuse my language.
Amen. You ain't saying nothing wrong to me, boss. Like,
what y'all think in the chat, man? What y'all think about that, man? Like, are y'all in agreement with this? Are y'all totally just pacified by the holiday and y'all forgetting everything else? Or this holiday just a token to y'all, just like it is to me, and y'all still focus on this change? Because we can't get knocked off our path by them getting, give them a holiday. They'll be all right. Man, fuck that. I've been celebrating 420, Juneteenth, everything that ain't recognized yet. But I guarantee as soon as the rest of the country legalize marijuana, 420 is going to be a national holiday.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be doing the same shit on the live, ranting. Well, why the fuck is this a national holiday now? Since 1937, y'all made marijuana illegal because it was all black and brown folks, and y'all said it for something else. But now we see that everyone is using it, and you can't just prosecute us wrong no more because it's highlighted. So now you had to make it where everybody know, man. Fuck, I want even treatment. Even treatment. I try not to get on this black pedestal. I really try not to get on this black pedestal. I really try to be like, you know what? Let's all just be peaceful. We can get along. Fuck the Rodney King shit. We can't all get along until we even. And I don't mean get even. I mean make us on the same level with everybody else in this country. Everyone else stands at a higher tier than us, but always taken from us. How can we be on a lower tier, but y'all always taking our culture?
Everybody else standing on even ground, and we still.
You feel me? In the pit. I'm tired of climbing a hill. I'm tired of climbing a hill and everybody looking up like, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong is y'all got rocket pack the zoom to the top of the fucking hill, and I got a 10-pound bag of potatoes on my damn back climbing this damn hill. I can't climb no fast with a 10-pound bag of potatoes. You got a rocket lift. You got a rocket launcher. Let me use that. You feel me? Y'all zooming to the top of the hill. I'm still in the middle of the hill. Every week I tell y'all, I'm in the race. Face in the race, but face slow pacing in this damn race. Because at the end of the day, I can run just as fast as you. But the hurdles in my way ain't the hurdles in your way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give the floor to you. I'm gonna be back on, bro.
No, it's already, bro. Appreciate you coming on, bro. That was it right.
Please believe. I'm gonna be back. Please believe. I'm gonna be back.
You said it, boss. All
right, Pod Squad. I'll be back and I'm gonna catch y'all. All right, bro. I love you.
Already, man. Love you too, bro. But yeah, man. No lies detected here, man. I ain't know where he was gonna go with it, but I definitely ain't hear nothing I can disagree with in that, man. It's gonna be hard for us to see eye to eye until we actually on the same level playing ground, man. And we can't keep taking these tokens. Like it's straight bullshit. Like, let's just call it what it is. We don't need Harriet on no 20. We don't need no special holiday or another reason to cook out. Like, I like grilling out and everything, but I mean, I don't love ribs that damn much where I need another day to cook out. Like, at some point, we need something that's actually showing some good faith. Like, yeah, we actually see y'all struggle and we care. Because, I don't see nothing but more of our black people dying and more bullshit stacking up as they give us more reason to shuck and jive and soft shoot for them on yet another holiday. So preach on that, Faith. He said that. Well, shit. While we talking about black folk, I guess that takes us into the first topic from the podcast this week that I wanted to present. I saw a lot of people were kind of sounding off on our clip that we had where we were talking on black beefs. I gave the take that we need to start handling our beefs in the black community in person and offline, basically meaning no audience. So if you are in a disagreement with your brother and it goes to the point where you are no longer speaking on the topic, y'all are speaking on it personally, I think it needs to be cut at that point, taken offline, and y'all need to meet somewhere and sit down face to face and have that conversation without a camera, without a crew, without your homeboys, without your chats, without your followings, without the Beehive or the Navies or the whatever online groups you're a part of. Like, that's how we got to get the handle, because we out here looking like buffoons in front of other people who are judging us and using it against us as we put on the show for them. We basically giving them a real life reality show with all of this. What's good, Very Perspectives? Peace, King. Peace, King.
What's good? Peace, King. So can you hear me?
Indeed, my brother, loud and clear.
All good. Respect. Thanks for having me on your panel, bro. I appreciate it.
Indeed, man. Thanks for gracing it, brother.
Yeah, man. So it's funny that y'all say this about the Juneteenth holiday, because I just got into a conversation at my job about the exact same thing. I was explaining to somebody who wasn't melanated that this was a trick bag, because to give somebody a holiday or an excuse to barbecue is nothing tangible. And y'all hit those words exactly. So it's just interesting and good that we having this conversation, but non-melanated people do not understand that we don't give two damns about a holiday or an excuse to barbecue. We want something tangible. And that isn't, it's just hard to get that through to people who don't feel the effects that we as melanated people do.
Indeed. It's like it doesn't exist because it doesn't happen to me. You know what I mean? It's the same thing as when we're talking about racism as a whole. They often, if they're not faced with it, or if they don't have a person close to them that they actually see it and watch it happen in real time, it's really hard for them to get it, because it's more of an ideal and a feeling and a covert type of thing. It's not something that's always overt and you can pick it up. You know what I mean?
I got you exactly. I always tell people, I work in the engineering world. Let's just say that I work in the engineering world. So science, technology, engineering, and math is not a lot of black people in that field, right? So my office has
Indeed.
about 40 people in it. I'm the only black person. So when I explain racism to them, I tell them like this. I say, when your grandchild comes out brown and you sitting at the dinner table and people start talking all this anti-black stuff, I want to ask you right then and there how you feel, because you don't know it until somebody you love is gonna go through it, because you can't go through it because you're not black. But when your grandchild come out, oh, I want to have that conversation with you.
And that's the funny part. When you I actually live in a very diverse area of Georgia. And you see a lot of mixed grandchildren out here. And it's funny that you can see the change in culture as these 60 or 70-year-old Caucasian women and men are now having to watch their grandkids discriminated against in ways that they, up until this point, believed wasn't a real thing, believed it was something that we were just making up to find sympathy or to try to get over on the system. So, it's funny how that they really don't understand that it ain't about a trinket. It ain't about a day. It's about treating us equitable every day.
Every day, facts.
Every day.
And this guy, go ahead. Excuse me, brother. Go ahead.
No, you got it, King. That was it.
Yeah,
you got it.
This brother came to me and he literally stops at my desk and he goes, "Hey man, how do you feel about the holiday, man? You got a holiday?" And I'm like, "Dude, that means nothing to me." And he said, "This is exact words. You don't think that's ungrateful?" I said, "Bro, you can leave, bro. You can leave my desk right there. We can't have a conversation."
Oh, he thought you was gonna get up and bust a moonwalk for him real quick or something.
Exactly. And I later on in the day, I explained to him what tangible means. I gave him the example of the Asians. Do you know that that Stop Asian Hate, that's not even a bill, that's tied to the COVID bill, but it's money, it's tangible thing. It's education, it's more police, it's the other thing was it's punishment if you discriminate, if you're found to be discrimination in your actions against people that are from Asian descent, it's punishable by law now.
And it's specific to that community. That's the key.
Yep.
We don't get anything specifically to our community.
Yeah, and then you get those happy words like, well, what about affirmative action? You flip a fact on them, say, you know that white women benefit more than affirmative action than any other ethnic group out there. And then their mouth drop. You know, it's just pure fact, but that's where the numbers lie. It lies to benefit white women. So it's just, bro, my heart is just beating, bro. I'm like, these brothers are on it, because people don't understand the seriousness of, we don't want a damn holiday. We want something tangible.
Indeed. We deserve it. Like, I hate to be moral with it, but if they want to go past the facts or the numbers, like it's just morally correct at this point. Like, what more do we have to make and build for this country? What more do we have to give to this country for you to just say you're equal? Not
Right.
above, not better than, not we're going to give you more or give you a leg up. We just want to be on start at the same starting line as everybody else. And we can take it from there. We got it. But
that is so factual,
brother.
brother. And oh God, it's just it's frustrating when you try to explain that to people. Like, I don't want anything more than you have. I just don't want the obstacles that come with me being black. That's all I want. Because if we on an equal or level playing field, I'll smoke you. It's not even a thought. I'll smoke you because I believe in black excellence, and my excellence is 1,000 times better than yours because you don't have the drive I do. But start me at the same place that you are,
brother. Yeah,
sir.
Yeah. And that's the funny part, though. But it comes down to what we built on. Like, our country built on capitalism, which is a greed-based system. It's not built on having what's needed. It's built on stockpiling more resources than necessary and depriving something else of the resources that they need. That's literally what our whole system of government, or the way we view money, the way we view socialization, everything is built upon that system. So that's the problem. Their system crumbles if they actually treat someone equal, because now they can no longer, like, if you look at, oh man, please don't let this get me canceled. I seen what they did to Nick Cannon. But if you look at like the way genetics has worked its way through the world, from starting in the cradle of Africa and then branching off as people migrated outwards. If you look at the specific lineages that we now would consider the basis of the Caucasian race, there is a minority in their genetic area that is not in others, if I'm making sense. I don't want to say the exact genetic code because I'm not that deep into it. There's smarter people than me that probably know exactly what I'm talking about, but there is a deficit there that is not found in other strains of genetics in the world. And the way that they keep their power is by stockpiling resources. Their control of resources allows them to then have power over others that may not be physically or mentally inferior. It keeps them in a superior spot despite those deficits, if that makes sense. So I feel like that's the hard part. And the only way we can combat that is to play their game. And that's why we're always calling for, like, let's cut the bull and just get together. Because, like, if we were to all say, all right, we're going to stop buying into your system and just buy into our own stuff, just that would literally cripple the financial structures that they believe in, the social structures they believe in, and it would dynamically shift the power structure in the world past America. So I think that's where we keep running into the problem. Like, they're going to keep on throwing out diversions and giving us holidays and throwing out, well, hey, we look what we gave y'all. We gave y'all some black millionaires over here. Why y'all still mad? Because they know if everybody starts to see past that and really see, okay, this is the only thing that they have that keeps them in power, we can shut that down easily because we got the rest of the resources on our side. So that's the hard part. But that's the push, man, is to get us to a point as a people where we are past the petty bullshit and we can actually enact that system, because it's there for us to do. And people smarter than me have already called for it. It's just we got to get past them dumb divisions that keep us from really, really putting our foot down and handling business.
That's hard work. But I'm gonna tell you where, and you're 100% right. And I'm gonna tell you where that almost happened. About 3 weeks after that video from George Floyd came out, a lot of people in very prominent places started saying, wait a minute, we got a serious concern here. And the concern was just what you said, like, hey, my dollar can speak for me a lot more than my voice can. So I'm going to make my dollar scream. I'm not going to scream anymore. I'm going to make my dollar scream. If you notice, right after all the, it's not a matter of protest, but right after people stopped talking about the protest, people started putting money into situations that could benefit only black people. And they said it for about a week. If you look at the Amazon, what Amazon did when they blacked out their page, and what Comcast did, and General Electric, all these blue chip stock companies said, wait a minute, man, if we lose this demographic, we're going to be hurting. So some of that stuff wasn't pacification. Some of it was actual dollars. And then after about 2 or 3 weeks, when the pullout didn't come, then the pacification started. They started indigenous and people of color organizations and things like that instead of black organizations. I really think that after all that protesting with the Floyd stuff, if people literally said that if the hand that my green dollar goes in is not black, I'm not spending it, and they stuck to it, then a good shift would have came. Because it damn sure was on a precipice, but we didn't push through with that action.
What do you think it'll take for all black people to unite behind the issues, finding the tears, not small factions here and there, but total unity? I think the first thing is us actually holding true to what we say. Like, we always use the words integrity and accountability over here. And I think a lot of it comes to like standing on what you actually say. Like, we got a lot of people who come in and look like us that come with these great ideas, but they don't stand on their own ideas. Like, they back off of it when it gets hard, or when it gets financially lucrative for them to do so, or when they see a way for them to personally gain, they kind of back off of their initial stances. And I think that's what, speaking of even varied perspectives, his point about like, right after the George Floyd thing, that's why we lose momentum. Is like, we got the momentum when we first feel the initial hurt of whatever the situation is. But after that, what happens is it gets tougher, because now jobs might have to be sacrificed, or now we might actually have to stand on that and actually look out for those people that we said we had their back. And we might have to take in another family to make sure that if they get homeless, we still got them and we are still able to survive. Like, it calls upon action after that. And it's not just, doing what looks cool. Now it's the hard work got to be done, and we fall off of that. So I think it just really gets down to the point of where we can stop being scared of the hard damn work. Like, it's there for the taking. And to be honest, since George Floyd, I've seen a shift in the psyches of a lot of people, where if we were to really push for it right now, it can happen. It's just a matter of how much do I hate the system that we live in, and how much do I seek real edification and growth of my people, that I'm willing to go ahead and let go of a petty beef with my brother, for even if it's, hey, we got to come back to it once we reach our goal and we settle it in. But can I let this go long enough for us to accomplish the bigger mission? Because this shit is bigger than all of us. You know what I mean? It ain't one argument I done heard between two black men or two black women that is bigger than this. You know what I mean? So that's my opinion. But yeah.
I hear that, brother. I hear you.
I don't know, man. We got to get there one day, man. But I also think it's on us as people too. Like I was saying the last slide, like we got to support stuff with our views and our dollar. Like, we keep buying into the division. Like, we view it. We show up to the movies to see it. We show up to on Instagram and social media and YouTube to see the fuckery more than we see more than we show up for like real shit. Like, somebody like a Takashi will have millions of views, while a dude like Toby Nigwe may be in the hundreds of thousands, but Toby Nigwe actually spitting a positive message and can rap better, but he not giving you no drama. He got a stable relationship with his wife, and he's a good father, and he's talking about positivity. So it's like we support the fuckery, and until we get out of that mind state, this Real Housewife mind state of like, let's find this sensationalism and just move to some real sensational work in our community, like, we're gonna be stuck. And that's why I try to like just keep pushing forward, because I feel like as long as it's us out there, as long as people like varied perspectives, as long as those of us that do want to see that happen, as long as we keep infiltrating these spaces and like making it known like it's a different way. At some point, there's other people that feel that way, but they might just have been in that system so long they don't know how to get out, and then they start to see, oh, it's a clique over here that I can join. I can still feel a part of something, but this is doing what I really want to do in my heart. So we're gonna keep on pushing, man. It's gonna happen.
Well, I'm gonna ask you a question. What do you think? Okay, let's take it back a little bit. The bus boycott in Montgomery, right? People was leaving for work 3 hours earlier than they had to, so they could carpool, walk to a meeting point, and so forth. Those people had to bite an apple that did not taste good. What do you think made those people, our elders, bite that apple and swallow it? That's not making us, as in our age group. I'm 48. So our age group not bite that apple and swallow. What's the difference between us and them besides the age? What do you think is that difference that made them jump?
My theory is because of the fact that they were starting from less than, like they had nothing. Like you said, they couldn't even sit where they wanted to on a bus, right?
Right.
I think there's a large section of us that is not looking for progress, that we're looking for complacency. What's the most comfortable I can get real quick? I ain't got to stand up no more. Cool. I can sit down. Well, I'm good here. Y'all go ahead and keep pushing, but I'm going to chill. And I think a large section of us got comfortable after certain bills and laws were put into action that kind of took the foot off our neck for a little bit. We got comfortable in that. And instead of continuing to say, all right, this is a start, but there's still a lot that is not right. We were cool with whatever those tokens were that they gave us real quick. And it pacified such a large group that group was scared to go back to what it was. So they're like, now it's like we're fighting against them. Come on, progress. No, because if I fight against this, they're going to take it back. We're going to go back. No, we got to hold on to this little piece. So it's like, it's that mentality of the house Negro scared to, really call out the master because he's scared to go back to the field one more time. He just made it into the kitchen. He comfortable. He get a suit now. So he happy. You know what I mean? And I think that a lot of people got comfortable, and to this day, you see that showing up. And a lot of times when we have these conversations as a people, there's a section of us that'll bring up, well, you got all these rappers that millionaires. It can't be that bad. But yeah, there's millionaires, but there's trillions of dollars out here that 1% of the world is owning. What about, like, that can be used to help everybody, not just the millionaires, but everybody. So like, long as you got them, I guess what Kwame would call them, to go along, get along, folk that's just cool because it's okay for them. That's where we get stuck at. And that's where the division comes in. Like, a lot of that comes from that mentality of we're still stuck in certain slave roles that they set up for us. And we haven't fully broken out of that, even though the day-to-day dynamics of change is still that same mentality. Okay. And this is all my theory. I am not a socialist. I am not a expert on nothing. This is just my opinion. So, if somebody out there is smarter than me, you may have a much better opinion on this. It's just how I see it.
Most definitely. I always say, and I always tell my children is that growth happens on the other side of comfort. So comfortable and growth are antonyms. You can't be comfortable and grow. Absolutely. So that's something, I literally had that written in my house on the wall. So I pray that they are picking up that thing, because you're right. Once people get comfortable, it's very difficult to make them change. That's a solid answer.
I'm actually a coach in my off time, man. And I like to tell my players is, like, when you look at a player that's like a Lou Williams compared to Kyrie Irving or Chris Paul, right? The only difference between them is not the talent. It's just Lou Williams is comfortable being a sixth man. He's cool. He's chilling. He's completely content. Chris Paul to this day ain't content. Kyrie Irving to this day ain't content. They still looking to pick up a new move or pick up a new defensive strategy or figure out a new way to read this next player that they're gonna play next week. You know what I mean? So you are preaching good word on that one, brother. Like, comfort, you can't have growth in comfort at all. That's what's big facts.
That's what's up, definitely. Well, I'm gonna drop back in the chat, let somebody else up, bro. I appreciate building with you, King.
Already, man. Always a pleasure. You always welcome, brother.
All right, bro.
Indeed. Yeah, man. Salute to Varied. Definitely appreciate the King coming up and dropping his wisdom on us, man. I guess this would be a good time for me to go ahead and do a little bit of promo. Some channels that I just rock with real hard and that I personally enjoy. So first off, I want to give my homegirl V2V, Queen V2V, some love. This is her channel link here. if you like just good, fun, random topics, just all over the place, but just dropping wisdom and knowledge from a funny and very entertaining perspective. She's kind of like all three of the partners combined with way more talent. Super enjoyable. She got a show tonight, actually, I believe at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, what is that? I think it's Midwestern time, whatever time zone that is, but it's 11 o'clock Eastern. So set your dials, please, come check it out. She is dope. V to V at the V spot. Very perspectives. You just heard his wisdom on the stream just now. So please support him. Got a lot of good motivational videos on his channel. He also does public speaking. So if you need people to come and speak to your youth, especially of the middle school age, please shout him out. Reach out to him. Just a really dope perspective and a really digestible way of dropping knowledge. Please check him out. Very perspectives. If you are into real estate or home ownership, or you just like to learn more about, your financial journeys as you are growing up like I do, please check out my girl, Larry IRL. She has a bunch of dope stuff. She got vlogs of different just country life. And for me, I'm a country boy, so I love that type of shit, just seeing the good nature. But she also does lives pretty much almost daily, every other day, just teaching us and helping us to grow our mindsets around home ownership, the real estate game, how to set yourself up to come out, in the most beneficial way to yourselves, how to start those processes if you're a beginner. Just real dope information. So please check her out. If you're looking for a grown-up conversation, just kind of about random topics from current events and beyond. It can even get a little spicy at times. Shout out to Max V World. Please check him out. You'll probably see the partners in there in the chat 9 times out of 10. But yeah, he just real dope bills. He'll let you come up on the panel if you got good perspectives that you want to add to it. And it's just real good grown-up conversation. If you like me and you like to just have real deep bills, good spot to go to. And last but not least, my brother Binary Code. Please check out his channel if you're into video games like myself, especially 2K. You can always catch up with him and get that work. Also, he does videos on the sector. So if you're in the Umar sector and you're up on those news, he'll hit you with that. And he also has a dope thing called a morning routine where he has just morning bills around a bunch of different topics, just prevalent and pertinent to us as adults, whether it be relationships, spirituality, just life, business, whatever the case may be. He has dope people that come up on his panel. So support those channels. I'll have a fresh fire for y'all on Sundays live. I feel like, as we support Black businesses, I also want to support those channels that I personally enjoy and spread that love. So check out those channels. But yeah, man, we're going to get back into the build here. I was talking about Black beefs on the podcast this week. And I wanted to see if anybody had any thoughts around that. I know me personally, my personal tears take was that the way to handle them going forward should be personal and offline. Back when I was growing up, a lot of stuff didn't spill out in the neighborhood to where it was ongoing because you went around the corner or you went into the garage, just you and that person, they locked the door, everybody else stayed in the house, y'all fought it out, you came back in. You both might be bloodied up, don't know who won, who lost, but you got it out your system and you were able to shake hands as men and move on. Or it wasn't something that lingered. The people weren't around watching. So it wasn't like, we could be talking about it 2 weeks from now where so-and-so beat your ass because nobody knew. It was between you and that person. You know what I'm saying? And I think that we got to get back to that. My biggest issue is obviously the loss of life that we're seeing, especially in our younger people that are doing it. But the image we set to the people that's watching us, at all times as Black people, we got to remember that people are watching us to see when we're fighting for certain rights, they're looking for a reason to justify not giving it to us. And when we're out here, we cussing each other out every day, or we fussing at each other, or we, pulling up on the ops and, you know, flashing guns at each other and shooting at each other and talking about smoking each other, dead homies and shit. Like, that all gives them more justification to say, oh, well, look at them. Why would we give them that? Look how they're acting. Look at them. So I would really like to see us get to a point, like I'd even like to see us maybe get to a place where we can have like a boxing league, and it's kind of run like Fight Club, but it's sanctioned with like a legit referee and maybe 3 legit judges. Not even the judges necessarily, but just a legit referee. You go in, you get the one corner trainer, and those 2 people just go ahead and duke it out in a quiet gym. NDA signed up, so you can't talk about it after, and you get it out. If you can't, you know, talk it out, then take it to that. But just yelling at each other over the airways, I don't really. Humble King had a video the other week that said, like, what's the end game? Like, what is the end game of that? Like, I can see if you're having a debate where like y'all are trying to get to a common ground. Cool, that makes sense to me. I can see why you want that conversation to continue, maybe. But when it's just the point where y'all just calling each other names, I'm honestly, or you're pulling up with guns, or it's to the point where you're doing all of that, I don't see it. I'm really looking for it. Like, if somebody can make it make sense to me. And maybe I'm dumb, maybe I come from the wrong line, but when in my past, when they keep getting to talking like that, we ain't talking no more. Like, it's time for us to shut up. It's time for us to go ahead and handle it in a different way. But it ain't gonna be talked about. It ain't gonna be something we draw attention to. It ain't gonna be, let's make a lot of noise so the federales come pulling up on us. It's gonna be, me and you, just us. Let's go handle this. And maybe I just come from a weird place. Maybe that's just the country Virginia in me, but that's just what I grew up with. And that's what I'm used to. And I've seen it work. Because most people that I grew up with, if you got to that point where you were knuckling up, we ain't had to get the guns. You took it to a field somewhere, or somewhere with just y'all 2. You fought that shit out, and then you moved on. And to this day, some of them people are the best of friends. Exactly. More aggressive than the energy we give the whites. Like, we could use all that fire and passion. Just directed in the right direction, but at each other, like, what's the end game? What are we getting to with that? I'm open to the other side, like, and that's the thing, like the entertainment purposes. I feel you by there. I get that, but okay, is it really entertaining? Like, it's a difference to me between when we're looking at, like, me looking at a car crash. It's compelling, but it's not entertaining per se. It's like, it's saddening, it's depressing, it's causing harm. Nobody's walking away feeling better after that experience. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it would be better put if y'all have like legitimate idealistic differences. Do it, like, be accountable. At least making it to a debate where y'all at least making educated points on it, and not just like, I don't see where it goes from calling each other names up until somebody get hurt. Like, somebody gonna get fucked up in a way that we can't come back from it. Then everybody in these chats gonna be looking sad, like, oh, that won't right. We should have. No, I ain't trying to see it get to know what we should have do. I really care about folk, and I see that past all the bullshit, while everybody else laughing at the bullshit, I see the talent behind that shit. And then we simply just redirect it. We gonna have everybody, all y'all gonna be monetized quicker. All y'all gonna have whatever the money y'all want quicker. All y'all gonna have the fame, because it's gonna be more people that ain't gonna be subbing up one day, then subbing off the next day because the fuckery ain't there for this day, so they come back. Like, it's gonna be more real support, and people actually holding you down, not just showing up for the train wreck until they go wrong, and then they sit back and with their popcorn. Oh, I knew he shouldn't have did that. Well, why you ain't say nothing? Why you kept supporting that? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But that's my take on it, y'all. You know, if somebody got a different perspective that can break it down for me and make it make sense, like, cool. Like, I'm not saying I'm holier than thou. You know what I mean? I had to call myself out today, messing around joking on Al's legs. Like, that ain't something I really believe in, but I got caught up in the jokes and went along with it. I had to call myself out on the fuckery. Like, I ain't out here saying I'm holier than thou. I'm a regular person who make mistakes, but I do see it got to be an end to this shit somewhere, man, because I don't want nobody to get hurt. I don't want nobody to get hurt. I don't want nobody to hurt somebody else to defend themselves. And that's the scary part, and maybe it's because I come from a background where it don't get to this talking. Like, I ain't never seen nothing like this where it just go back and forth that long. Like, in my line of work growing up, we gonna say what we got to say, and then as soon as that disrespectful talk comes, somebody gonna take it to another level in the talking done. And I just don't want to see it. That's just my opinion, and I ain't talking about just in the set. I'm talking about all around, because I just I'm watching young kids getting shot out here. King Von just died over the same type of bullshit. Like, we seeing these real people dropping because of this shit. You feel me? Like, I don't know. And maybe that's idealistic kids who, just want to see the good and everything. But I just pray for us, man. Like, this shit ain't cool. And I know that it got to be something past this. Got to be. Y'all leave Al alone, man. Al all right. You can down his perspectives, but we're gonna leave his legs alone, man. I ain't gonna support that, because I was wrong for that. And Al, I apologize, my brother. I shouldn't have came at you like that either, man. I was wrong. What's good, Binary? This is legendary. We got the
is it, man? Can you hear me?
Pod Squad panel. What's good? We here.
Yo, okay, good. Come on, man. There has to be a lane for clowning, though, man.
But see, that's the thing. Roasting to me and taking personal shots, two different things. You feel me? Like, Don't get me wrong. If you seen us, we joke on random videos, and we all about some clown shit. So don't get me. I ain't saying that it ain't about some laughs. But
that Lieutenant Dan stuff was funny, bro.
But you feel me? But you know what I'm saying? When I look at it, like, if Al be like he cool with it, then that's one thing. But I don't think Al feel good about that. You know what I mean? And that's a handicap. So like, I still think it's a line with the comedy. Even, you feel me? Like, there's lines to this.
I'm
shit,
trying not to laugh.
What I mean? But if Al cool with it, respect. I just don't. I don't know Al's stance on it, so that's why I feel bad about it. I don't
even when you say you don't know his stance, that's
like
funny to me.
So like we've said on the show before, like, I personally have a big nose. If somebody wanted to come on and clown my big nose or roast me, like, I can take a joke like the next man. I like roasting. We grew up, Jones and this shit. That's normal. But what I'm more referring to is the personal stuff that leads to where now I'm demeaning you as a man, or I'm
right. Okay.
People have room to look at you as less than a man after this conversation because of the way I'm talking to you. I don't think that that's necessary. You feel me? Yeah. That's why, I don't go on everything. Like, some stuff, I get it. Joke on. You feel me? I'm all for that. We love the goofy shit. That's funny to us. But the personal stuff is more what I'm talking to. Like it's a way. Like, they could clown you on the shirt you wearing, or on something that the way you said something, as opposed to clowning you on your heritage. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel that. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's ways to joke without demeaning the person. You know what I mean?
That comes to conversation skills right there.
Yeah, like, it's communication. Like, and I feel like a lot of this stuff goes past that. And like I said, I'm talking even past the sector, because I watch these young rappers do the same thing. It's like, you're taking stuff way past where it need to be for this conversation. Like, the reaction don't match the initial action. Like,
no, that's real.
We disagree on the sky color, and now you telling me
now you're trying to shoot somebody.
Fuck my mama.
Yeah.
I pose a question. What? I pose a question. Do you think that has something to do with them not know how to resolve conflict? Because the key elements in resolving conflict are taught to you in a young stage. You remember, that's not resolve a conflict. You walk away.
You having conflict with that Wi-Fi.
You should learn that as a child. You remember, now, if you haven't learned it as a child, you can't put it into your life as an adult either. So I mean, that's what I'm seeing as far as these generation, and as far as the young ones doing it, and the old ones doing it, they just ain't got no common sense to me. Because you know better, you know different. Because me personally, the older ones, they do it online like these young people. But the older ones know, if you see somebody in public, you know you're not gonna do that. These younger people, they froggy, they'll try it, but it's always gonna end up in a negative situation.
I see what you're saying.
You feel me?
Can I ask a question, Binary?
Go ahead,
and
man.
this is
I'm
this
listening.
is not trying to be funny or nothing. Like, so I don't want nobody because I know they be taking these shits and chopping them up. I don't
Let
know,
them chop it up, bro.
weirdo
It's all
shit.
good.
In your background, did you grow up in like not a gangster background, but like a very street background to where like you were involved in a lot of street activity?
Like when I was staying with my
Like
parents, or
gang
you mean
banging,
when I
like
was
gang
a
banging,
young
drug
adult?
dealing, thugging in
Like
any
when I was a
type of
young
way. Like at
adult?
any point before now. Yeah. However, whenever it was.
I don't know if I should talk about that.
You ain't gotta no, don't go into detail. That's
that's like
literally
a
a yes or
thousand
no
that's like a
thing. It's
thousand
like
Don't
sub that's like
incriminate
a
it's
yourself.
like
thousand
I
We
did
ain't
sub
or I
asking.
didn't.
conversation.
Don't
You ain't
don't
gotta tell
incriminate.
those
Nah, don't
stories.
incriminate.
I don't
No.
want to know nothing about what type. I just mean like
How about this? I know about it. You know what I'm saying?
okay,
I
Here we
know
go.
a lot about it. Yeah, but
Here we go.
I was always smart enough to not be
Avoid.
in it.
right
Here we
on.
go.
Right on.
Because
Yeah.
the absence of knowledge in that fact will lead you down the road in certain instances. Some people go down the road for absence of knowledge. Some people go
That's what I
because
was
it's
leading
instinctual.
to.
You feel me?
So
But
what
the
I
people
was
who
to
speak
say
on it,
is
they should have that knowledge because you can't speak on something without having knowledge of it.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. So what I was gonna say is I think it may come from a lot of the people in the sector that are having the beats, or even the young kids that are so-called gangster rappers or whatever.
Mhm.
I think it comes from a lack of living a certain lifestyle. Cause like when you live that lifestyle, it's like being in the military. Like it's certain things in the military that a military person would never do because they've seen things that a civilian just don't know about. So a civilian might do, you know what
Right.
I'm saying? And I feel
Right.
like coming from that, where I'd have seen shit go way left, right? And I was in it. That's where my concern comes from. Because what I do know
Yeah.
is it's never the person that's really about it that's the problem. It's the person that gets scared. And at some
Right.
point, somebody is gonna cross a line and somebody's gonna feel scared to the point where they feel they have to do something. And those are the situations where shit gets super dangerous because a scared person will kill everybody in the room out of fear.
Mm.
They don't hit the person they actually anger at. Everybody catches. So
Oh, that's deep.
you know what I'm saying? So like I really when I be pushing for y'all to like do better, it ain't from a lack of understanding the entertainment aspect. It's more of if it's gonna be entertainment, then structured in a way where y'all can do that or get your jokes off, but not in a way where y'all gotta feel demeaned as a man. Because at some point, it don't take but for one person to be having the worst day ever. And that last disrespectful comment from whoever drives them over the edge, and then they pulling
Oh
up, and
yes.
it ain't to be funny
Oh
no more.
yes.
It's like I'm pulling
Right.
up and I'm shooting up your house. Now the person in the house got to defend their family, and then they shooting back, and it's
Right.
a situation bigger than entertainment, and that's when it don't get fun no more. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I just want to keep on pushing. Like it ain't about entertainment. Got to take a backseat to real life at some point, and I'm seeing a lot of y'all deal with situations that are spilling over into your real lives.
Oh yeah,
And
man.
when that
Yeah.
happens, it puts you in a different defensive posture than a YouTube defense. It puts you in a whole nother level because now your family's well-beings are involved, your personal well-being
Right.
is involved, your life. Like it's different levels of where I need to go as a husband, as a father. So I don't want to see
Right.
any of y'all have to be putting that over. What I can assess from all sides seem to be we disagree on certain issues on either Umar or the way someone spoke to me. And instead of me actually hashing that out, we let this build up and now chats are involved and it's too big to go back. So if we go back, we scared to alienate a certain section. And that's what it looks to me from
Right.
all 3-4 sides that's involved. And I don't, and when I look at situations like this morning, I saw you kind of piece it up with Smoke a little bit.
Right.
I've seen who was
Pieced it
it?
up with Smoke, but then opened the door for Propane to catch a little.
Well, see,
Catch
but
a
that's
little
what I
something.
mean. Like when
That's
you
what you
see
don't
those
like.
pockets, that means at the end of the day, there's something in y'all that realizes, all right, at some point, this is getting old. We can do better. So just lean into that shit. Cause we gonna roll with y'all. Like, think about it. We've sat back as people who rock with y'all, and even if we ain't been able to sit through certain lives, we still here.
No, that's true.
You feel me? Ain't none of y'all lost
true.
no big subscribers. If nothing else, you might have grown some. So like we still here, but I think a lot of us are here because we rock with y'all and the shit that y'all could do past this. And we just patient enough to wait. But at some point, you don't want to alienate us to the point where we no longer feel comfortable. We also don't want to see y'all as people that we care about from at least a content creator perspective. And to be honest, like we done, chatted it up. I rock with y'all people. I don't want to see y'all in those situations where you are hurting somebody or they hurting you. So that's it.
I try my hardest to take preventative measures, but you're right. You can't control if somebody just snaps and does do whatever it is they need to do. Now, it's very, very hard for me to sit back. I think you know that, right? Like if people are going off, man, I just have it in me because I know how to roast, because I know how to make videos, and because like if I'm really in my bag and somebody wants to go at me, I know I could keep up with them or whatever. It's hard for me to turn that off, man, but I'm trying, bro. Like I said, I'm not even lying. I'm not looking. Go ahead.
Before you go too far, why do you think it's too hard? It's hard for you to cut that off.
I don't know, man. There's something in me, man. It's just like I guess I want to one up people, or shoot, man. How can I put this? It's just like, oh, you think you're clever on how you want to talk to me or talk about me or how you're gonna come at me when I know I have like 100,000 ways to come back. You know what I mean? Or to do whatever it is I'm gonna do.
Have you ever looked at it from this perspective? You looking at someone and saying, I know I can intellectually defeat you in this conversation. Isn't that bullying? That's just like me picking on somebody. I know I can whip your ass, so I'm gonna come punch you in the face. What does that prove?
Right. I mean, but just because you know you can whoop somebody's ass, if he slaps you, you can still whoop his ass. Just because you know you can whoop his ass don't mean you
only
can't, you
get
shouldn't.
slapped when you get close.
Huh?
You only get slapped when you get close.
No, that nigga roll up on you, man. Just slap you.
Who rolled up on you? Who rolled up on you and verbally smacked you, binary? If you go to their house, then yeah, you asking for them to smack you. If you stayed in your crib, ain't nobody bothering you over your crib.
Man, I know the sector, bro. This is how you play the game, man.
See, that's the thing. This ain't this is the thing, though, B. Well, when you got to do stuff outside of YouTube to handle it, right? It's not a game no more. That's real
absolutely.
life, brother.
No, you're absolutely right. Now, I was going to get to that point, but you're absolutely right, yo. Listen, it is a game up until a certain extent, and now this is one thing that I have a problem with is when other people take it off of YouTube and then you do everything in your power to prevent them from harming you and doing all that other stuff off of YouTube, and then they look at you all crazy. But I see what you're saying. Why even go there to even get to that point? I'm
sure somebody gonna have something bad to say about me today for trying to talk about peace. But guess what?
But this is my thing. People gonna always have negative stuff to say about everybody. They have negative stuff to say about Jesus. So I mean, hey, people gonna always have negative stuff to say. It shouldn't be on no one's level to try to appease everybody, because you try to appease everybody, you'll drive yourself crazy.
No, that's real.
There's been nobody in the history of the world to appease everybody on both sides. That's never possible.
I think what I needed to do as far as the lane that I'm driving in this sector is I had to establish myself just to let people know, like, I'm just not going to stand idly by and let you say anything you want to say. And if you really want to take it there with me, just be prepared, because, it'll be a roasting session back and forth. And unfortunately, some people take it just way too far.
I understand where you're coming from. I understand. Yeah. So you took an assertive stance that was taken as aggressive.
Right. Absolutely.
Okay.
And remember, you guys are special in this sector. Y'all can't forget that. No, don't think that y'all are. Don't think that
sector. I'm the only one in the sector. The partners.
Okay. Well, no, the partners. Well, the name isn't. The name is in the sector. They don't say tis too much.
I can agree.
Yeah, they don't say tis too much. They say the partners. Like when you went on D Schmel's panel, they didn't say tis too much. They was like, the partners was over here, but you was a judge. The partners was a judge. You know what I'm saying? Y'all Negroes are in the sector whether you like it or not.
On my brother's names, man.
Yeah, y'all in the sector whether you like it or not. Now, what I'm saying though is you guys are special because you bring that level of respect and realness that we all need to hear, even my hard-headed ass, right? Those are things that we need to hear. And so as long as
you are headed,
yeah, I know. I already know, man. I mean, even after this, I'm probably gonna be dissing propane, even after the very clear logic that you know what I'm saying?
I know it. That's the sad part.
The very clear logic that you just and I understood everything you said. I'm still probably I'm gonna try not to, but it's hard, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's hard. They just leave it so wide open, but it's hard.
You know I'm gonna stay on you till you walk in your purpose fully, bro.
I know,
it's
man.
Gonna happen, champ.
And that's why we need y'all, man. That's why
it's gonna happen, brother. I'm telling you, man. What I've learned about this universe, you can fight that shit long as you want to, but the universe gonna put you where you're supposed to be, whether you want to go or not. So
no, that's real.
You can go kicking and screaming, or you can go voluntarily, but you're gonna end up in your purpose, bro. It's gonna happen.
No, that's what's up, man. I mean, we're moving in that direction. I can sense it. I can feel it.
I'm telling you, the morning routines, we on our way, man. If you hadn't said nothing about the thumbnail this morning, we was rolling. We had a beautiful build this morning. Like, and that's the thing. Sometimes, we gotta, like, hey, steer it back to that. Like, catch yourself. It's okay. Like I said, I had to check myself when I was talking shit about like that shit won't cool. Like, and I ain't trying to be like that. I gotta be honest about certain things. You know what I mean? And it don't make you less of a man. It just mean that, hey, you recognize, hey, there's some shit that I don't really stand on. Let me not get caught up in the bullshit. I'm wrong.
We're trying to build the black community, though, right? I know that's my.
I am a Capricorn. You already know we are. The whole Podnas squad is a Capricorn. This is all Cap life over here, baby. We Capricorned out. We the true goats, baby.
The goats, huh?
Indeed.
So you know Al ain't black, right?
Yes, he's called himself biracial. I don't know what two races it is, and I really don't care.
Okay. Because like I thought you could talk about his legs if he wasn't black, or no? You can't do that.
I ain't with that. Like I'm with what's right is right, and
I'm clouded.
Like I'm pro black all day. I'm blackity black, and I'm black, y'all. But I'm also pro human being too. Like I just love people, and I'd spent a lot of my years deep in hating other people and hating myself and being evil. I was not a nice person for a long time. So like
I hear you. I hear you.
I just at this point I find more peace in just loving and respecting everybody no matter what they are. And
bro, I think we're opposite.
They go a long way, you know what I mean? But you know what I mean? Like, hey.
Me being a pastor for 10 years, I think I was too nice. And now that I broke out of that, it's like anybody can
you went
get it.
The complete other way, huh? You said, I'm gonna go holler at this.
Who want it? Shit, anybody can get this.
I'm just trying to build on so I can stop being the angry face that I am and start being happy face. That's all.
Hey, you coming a long way, face. Like,
you feel me? Like that's the positive thing.
You're there, bro.
Hey, I played your video this morning, face. I played your video, man. It was about what was it? It was about shit. What was it?
Your newest thought.
Yeah, your newest one. Shit. What was
it? Definitely appreciate that.
Yeah, like determination or some shit, man. I can't. Oh man. It's
I think I know what you're talking about. Oh yeah, can't let anybody unique stuff. Yeah, but I'm just like
defeat. What's defeat? It's that one. Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah, like I just try to put out positive messages that I know affect me, and I know it's a lot of people out there that's facing some of the same issues internally and externally that I do, but they're not strong enough to actually speak on them, because to get to a certain level you want to actually voice that, you got to get past so many of your own personal hurdles. And I've been jumping my own personal hurdles for years and years and years. And I'll be damned if I turn 40 with all this built up anger inside me, because at the end of the day, like my brother said, only thing that's happening is somebody gonna get hurt. You feel me? I was the person who my brother could tell you, growing up, if I'm mad, I can't leave the house. Everybody would tell him, don't let him leave the house, because somebody's gonna piss me off and I'm gonna take out everything on that other person for no reason. And me being as old as I am now and seeing my mistakes I've made then, all I can do is try to help everybody else not make my mistakes, not be as angry as I am, because anger don't lead to nothing good. There's nothing good ever done in anger. All you do is bad stuff. You feel me? But everything comes out peacefully when you try to do peace. You may have those hard heads who don't want peace, but they don't want the other way either, because to let that animal out, there's no uncaging that. So the best thing is to put this animal in the cage with 3 or 4 padlocks, so I don't have to be that person. Because when I look back on the past, I do not like the person I used to be. You feel me? Like on no level. Not as a friend, not as a boyfriend, husband, son, nothing. Not even a father do I like. But I can look at myself now like, yeah, I made a lot of good strides just trying to be positive and help others who have the same issues I have. So, I mean, I just want that from everybody. I mean, that's a hard thing to ask. But shit,
That's
you know
what's
you
up.
facing something. It ain't nobody in this world facing one thing that ain't nobody else face. It's all cyclic. We all facing it. So whatever your great grandfather went through, you going through some symbol of that. You feel me? It's just the point that didn't know he was going through it.
Yeah, that's deep.
Yeah. Big fact. Like when we,
man, but y'all know this positive vibe y'all are kicking, man. It's gonna be a slow build, but y'all are built for that, right?
Hey man, look, man. It took
slow build better than no build.
It took me, I'd say, 18 years to get to my worst point in life. And I'll tell you, it took me the next 19 years to get to where I'm at today. So like, it ain't about how fast you get there. It's about continuing to move in that direction till you get there. You feel me? And I'm still not there. Like, I'm still fucking up. I'm still having, to go back and apologize. I'm still having to go back and hold myself accountable for shit. But it's about just continually pushing the right direction. And the more you try to do the right thing, and the more you put out the right type of actions, if that shit outweigh the bullshit you doing, like at some point it becomes more of a habit to do the right thing, and then you on autopilot. And that's all we trying to do is build them muscles up to make it to where doing the right thing is more common to us than doing the wrong thing. You feel me?
That's what's up, man.
And that's it, man.
Hopefully
none of us gonna be perfect, bro.
Shifting, bro. Hopefully I'm shifting like that, man.
I see it in you, bro. And you know what? The funny part is you look happier when you doing shit that you feel good about than when you doing bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. And that's just outside looking in, that could just be you, the show face or whatever, but you genuinely look more comfortable, you look more at peace, like you look more joyful when you're talking about shit that you really believe in, as opposed to like joking on somebody or putting somebody down. I'm just being real.
Yeah, that's what's up, bro. I appreciate that. For real,
no doubt, man. It's always love and respect, King, man. And like I said, man, I just want to see the best out of the people that I follow and that I see the talent in. I know you hard headed, but that's why I'm here, and I'm gonna stay on you, bro. We're gonna get there, man. We're gonna all.
Only reason he know you are hard head because he a hard head too. Exactly. That's the only reason he can recognize.
One to no one.
He a hard head too, bro.
But binary, these conversations I'm having with you have been said to me by Face and Pat and the other brothers who love me for years. So this ain't nothing that I'm coming up with off my head. This
26 years.
Somebody told me that worked. So it's all
that's
good.
What's up, man. That's what's up. I just don't see myself being extremely, extremely positive. But hey,
you be yourself.
Right.
But I definitely see some of the lanes you walking in right now. I can see that, and maybe it's just me, and I could be dead ass wrong and not know what the hell I'm talking about. But to me, it seems like there's a certain lane that fits you the best.
Okay. Now I feel the most comfortable whenever people that I believe in, whenever we can actually start building. Like this morning with Very Perspective.
Yes.
I felt really, really good when I knew that there was a connection. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, we could be connected off of this YouTube stuff and really start impacting people. You know what I mean? Like,
you might be the conduit. That might be your lane, is to be the conduit and connecting resources to allow infrastructures to grow that actually serve our communities. You feel me? That might be your pace, but I'm gonna tell you, your heart gonna speak to you when you doing shit. You know what I mean? Like when I used to be out in the street doing dirt, like it didn't feel right. Word. Even if I was comfortable doing it in the moment, it didn't feel right. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna know what feel right and you will find it, but I'm gonna just be here till you get it right, bro. Because somebody was there for me till I got it right. You feel me?
That's what's up.
That's it. And I'm gonna need somebody like you, Pat. I'm gonna need a super troll though to kind of hold me accountable and keep records and call me on my bullshit when I'm wrong. Because like I said, I ain't above the fray.
Yeah, you cannot rely on me for that shit. Because if you start getting into your fucking bag, I'm gonna promote that shit. So you better be careful. You don't want to come around me with that.
Did someone say fuckery?
You terrible.
Is there fuckery about? What's the fuckery? What are y'all boys talking about? I heard the magic word.
Yeah, I don't know, man. If Tiz ever goes that Breaking Bad route, shit,
man. I'm done, bro.
Sign him up.
I'm done, bro. I love my civilian life too much, man. I ain't never going back, champ. I'm done, bro. My playing days are over. My jersey is up in the rafters. I'm collecting pension and I'm kicked back, brother. I like this peaceful life. Going to sleep at night without having to look out the blinds for nothing.
Yeah,
it feels great.
That's nice. That's nice.
I'm good, brother.
Yeah, that's nice.
I'm sure I'll get enough action trying to keep you in line, sir. I'm sure I'll get enough action in these streets trying to.
Yeah, I don't even know what my next move. I don't even know what my next move for propane is. Hopefully, it won't be a next move, man. You know, I gotta stop. I thought that was gonna be a good spot to go. You know what I mean? As far as just for a balanced, because everybody talking trash about you, so you want to at least go to a place where it's kind of balanced. You know what I mean? And when I went there and I seen him joining in and then having issues, I couldn't contain myself, man. So I think I just got to stop going to his joint too, just like I stopped going to everybody else's stuff,
brother.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like, there's literally spaces on YouTube where I don't do anything more than I'll come by and drop a like and keep it pushing. Couldn't tell you nothing that person has said in months, but you know what I mean? And sometimes that's okay. Like, you could, like, I got family members right now that I love and I support them, but we're not in a place where I know their energy around mine is just not going to put me in the best position for me or my family. So I got to just love them from afar. And that's okay. That don't mean somebody ain't your brother. It just mean that ain't the energy that's healthy to you. And you got to sometimes have that self-preservation thing that just say, you know what?
That's real.
I know what's going to happen when I go here. So why am I going to go over here?
That's real. Now,
like, there's places I know if I go there, by the end of the night, I'm going to be running from the police. I ain't been there in over 20 years because I know what's gonna happen. So why even put myself in and take the chance?
Yeah, and listening to your logic, bro. What's crazy is, like, today I had this all planned in my head because I really want to get this legacy building discussion popping off, right?
Yes.
So I had it all planned in my head. Okay, I'm gonna touch on the propane thing like for about 2 minutes. I didn't want to give it no energy, right? And so that was in my head because I was going to touch on it, but only just to let him know I'm listening, like, then I was going to keep it moving. But as soon as I opened my mouth just to give that little 2-minute monologue that I was going to do, I couldn't stop.
It's like an ember in a vacuum chamber. As soon as you open that door and that oxygen hit, it's gonna light every time.
Yeah, man. I couldn't stop.
It's gonna happen.
And so that ruined that build that we could have had. You know what I mean? It ruined the build. But hopefully on Monday, since everybody knows what the build is going to be about, you guys could keep me on. You know what I mean? Like, all right, what's next now? You know what I mean? Just keep me on that because I really want to have that discussion.
It's much needed, man. Like, we got to start talking about that because, like, we're quickly becoming the old people. Like, we still got our youth for right now, if you want to call it that. But, like, at some point, we're becoming the elders, and we got to have some set up for the next generation. And it can't be some of the shit we leaving them right now.
That's real, bro. That's real, man. I hear that.
Hell
man.
Yeah, man. Oh, if Honey be agree, I know how to say
let me get up off here. I already done gave y'all too much of my time. You know what I mean?
Man,
I got the folks looking at me, man. You know. Thanks for letting me come up
with
here,
the family, man. Always a pleasure, man. You know you welcome all the time, champ. All the time.
All right. All right, Pat, man. All right, Tiz. Face,
peace,
man.
Peace.
I know you listening from the clouds, man. Peace.
Already, bro. Pat, what's good, King?
Trying to get my vacation life together, man. I've been running errands, so I might not be ended up getting to Atlanta, but because the person I'm talking to is in a different state, and I might end up having to go to that state.
Oh, where you going, bro?
California.
Oh shit! Hell yeah! Give me an excuse to go cross country. I ain't mad at it.
It is the first time of me going there, so yeah.
What part? What part of Cali?
Los Angeles.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'm definitely down to make a trip out there to visit. Hell yeah, bro. Lock that down, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna see what it's about or whatever. Cause I might be just going there just to visit them, but I still might be the job still might be for like Atlanta or whatever. I'm just going there.
I got you. That's just where the touch point is to actually do the meet and greet and all that shit.
Yeah, because we were supposed to meet in Atlanta, but his schedule. Yeah,
I forgot his people just sitting here in the chat. Yeah, but if y'all didn't know, Pat trying to get a new gig, man, he might be getting one either here in Atlanta or LA. So yeah, he gonna damn sure need some sunscreen out there.
Yeah, man, I'm trying to text him like how hot it is out there right now, because my customer's talking about 100, and I'm like, we ain't hit 100 in Virginia yet.
Oh shit, me, man. Georgia been on another level this past week, champ. I don't know the fuck this heat wave on, but yeah, we frying eggs out here, boss.
Yeah.
Peace, Queen. Peace to the Queen, Donnell.
Hey, Donnell.
But yeah, man, it's hot as hell down here. But yeah, man, we was just building on some random shit from the pod this week, man. We was talking about we was talking about the Juneteenth token holiday they giving us. And then we were talking about settling black beefs, and then we tried to have a little intervention with binary, get them on, keep them on this path, keep them on the path of righteousness. And that was about it, man. That's about all you to miss so far, brother. We just building, talking shit, swallowing spit, all that good shit.
Yeah, and I said I want to go ahead and just keep this day off so I can get stuff together and everything. So, and then I said, you know what? As soon as I can, I'm gonna jump in.
Respect. Very success on that job prospect, fam.
Oh, thank you, sir. Over 6 foot tall. God dang, you up there.
They need to give us some token reparation. Right.
What
did he accept treatment? He is more accepted a methadone clinic. He's not ready to kick the drug just yet, but we making progress on him, Vita.
Oh, you say because the battery is addicted to trolling?
Yeah. We trying to keep pushing, man.
It's tempting. Trolling can be tempting sometimes.
I feel that, man,
but sometimes it's extreme. Like this, like sarcastic trolling, and then there's like
when they go past the comedy, and then it gets to real life shit. We gotta we just increase the peace, man. That's it. It's just old at this point. But yeah, man, not to harp on that too long. I ain't really had shit else I wanted to talk about with y'all, Pod Squad. I just really am trying to keep my feet wet and get used to doing these lives, trying to work these nerves out and shit. So salute to Varied and Binary coming up on the panel and definitely giving me more practice with that. And y'all are officially the first two people on our panel outside of the partners themselves. So definitely appreciate that. Beautiful panel going down this weekend while I got everybody here. Mama Tiz and Queen Honeybee will be hosting the Gemini Queens panel on Sunday for some just grown woman wisdom and building. If you're free and you got the time, stop on through. We'll be starting at about 9:30, 9:45 Sunday evening. So come on through and check it out. The partners taking the back seat and letting the queens do work. And it'll be amazing for me. Obviously, I'm like a proud son over here to have my mother grace the panel. So I think that's really dope. And yeah, man. Anybody else got anything they want to build on before we roll? We say you in there like WD-40, right on. You better be. And I'm definitely gonna be in there this evening now, at 11 o'clock of my time. Right on. Please, y'all come through. Come on through. All are welcome. Always here. And yeah, man, Pat, you got anything you want to say or anything before we slide like Clyde, boss?
Yeah. I don't want to reiterate stuff. Yeah, the Juneteenth is bullshit. I want an anti-black hate law Where the fuck's my reparations? 40 acres and a mule with inflation would be a fleet of SUVs and trucks and some real estate. And
Yep.
yeah.
Give us our damn money, U.S. government. You owe us.
You owe
Pay
us
what
the
you owe,
country.
Santa. Pay what you owe.
You owe us the fucking country.
Indeed.
With tax.
Indeed. We'll just take our little chunk though. Oh, hey Pat, Donnell said how your project going, bro. Talk about the status of God, like, man.
Oh man, one of the days I got to just like.
I told you need to do just a video on just that for real quick, bro. Get people behind the scenes.
Oh well, I've been working on like the background script of it, pretty much. Like I've already got the script done, but like the background information to build on top of it. And I'm thinking about like making a guidebook into the world or whatever, because like when I tell you I really wrote into like how the powers, like people get their powers and stuff. Like I made a whole like timeline and science behind it or whatever. So I'm also thinking about that. I still got my colorist on call or whatever. And really the main reason why I'm trying to get this other job so I can go ahead and get Godlike done quicker, have more time for the podcast myself, the way we were talking or whatever. So like if I could be, because the main problem my job is all my mental power is going into that job, and like I'm drained by the time I get off, and I have so many things I want to do. So like if I have more job where I'm getting paid in the field that I actually want to go into, and I can focus more on my projects, the partners, and build it on top of that or whatever. But yeah, Godlike is still coming or whatever. I'm still in the process of getting the coloring done. It's like 50 freaking pages. So yeah, you'll get your full when you get it.
Indeed. Varied. Just know I just gave you a wrench, brother. Hope that's okay with you, champ. Peace, be accountable. You ain't too late, brother. I was about to, shut up just because I was spinning my wheels. But if you want to talk wrestling, we definitely talked it this week on the podcast. So we was definitely down to discuss that as well. So if you got a bill, feel free to put it in the chat or come on up on the panel, King. You welcome. You ain't miss it, boss. You ain't miss it. But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna have Pat definitely dropping a Godlike video or starting a series where he kind of take us behind the scenes in the process of a comic book creator and show that, because I think that'd be dope, especially for young artists out there who may be interested in trying to start their craft off, to just kind of see what that looks like. So now I'm gonna be on your helmet about that, Pat.
Yeah, we could put this together and build it, because it is a process, man. Especially when you're going out of pocket on your own little dollar.
Oh, yeah. When you ain't got no publisher, it's real.
Oh my God. It's one thing when you marvel when you got people on call. Hey, we got the page done. Hey, we need you to ink this. Hey, we need you to color this. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
So you literally having to go like page by page with each step from coloring from the outline to the coloring to the words, all that shit. Like it's literally like page by page, depending on what you got time for and all that.
Mind you, I'm also the one writing the story. So like, and this is the thing about drawing. What you have in your head don't always come out on the paper. Like, because when you think it in your mind,
fuck up stick figures, so I definitely would not know.
That's the like beauty of art though, because you can manipulate your mistakes. If you know the tricks, you can manipulate your mistakes to the point that only you know it's a mistake, and everybody still look at it like it's dope or whatever. But that's something I had to realize. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll draw something, and then somebody was like, "Yo, that is dope," and in my mind, I'm like looking at all the mistakes or whatever. I could have pulled this. It's like I want you to see the 3D image in my head, but when you put 3D on 2D and try to make it 3D, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes
it don't always translate.
it don't translate right. But the key is like, even if it don't translate exactly like how you want in the picture, make sure you translate it in a way that people will understand it or whatever. So that's
This
the
is why
whole
you
thing,
need to
man.
go ahead and start that series of just like comic book creations. You feel me? Like get it going.
Yeah, like it's
And that's something that you could literally do. Like just put your camera up while you're working on your shit anyway, or like while you're going through doing it online or drawing or whatever. Like you could be just talking us through it, like because there's a lot of people out there that do art, and I definitely don't know shit about it, but it sounds interesting as hell to me.
and it'll be good because I can put it out there, and I'm pretty sure there's other artists that, because like, yo, you could cut a
Fuck
lot of
yeah,
time if you did this,
yeah, hell yeah.
but like it's crazy. Like I would say, if you want to start a story, the basis of a story is like, first you need a main character and
See,
you
that's
need an
my lane.
obstacle.
Can't have,
There's always
can't
tracing
have.
paper.
But see, that's my
Hey,
lane. That's Tiz right there. I put that shit up on the light, and I trace the hell out some shit. It'll be beautiful. But you get me to draw
sometimes
freehand.
that's one
I
of the
got
ways
them
to make
toddler
shit.
drawings, so you gotta guess. Is this a horse? What is? Oh, that's your grandmother. Oh, yeah, it'd be
That's
bad.
sometimes one of the ways where you cut corners or whatever. If you're trying to speed up the process of the bigger picture or whatever, use tracing papers to do it a different way, so you don't have to keep erasing and stuff like that. I don't normally
Oh,
always do it like that, but yeah.
you got somebody that said they down to watch right there, Pat. So there you go.
Oh, damn right. I gotta set
Now,
up
now
my
the pressure
that's
on. Hey,
I
every
gotta do
video
a
until
setup.
y'all see the first Pat video with him doing his art, man. Put it in the comments, man. We gonna put the pressure on him.
I gotta figure out how I'm gonna put this down.
Hey, the Pod Squad said you got it, Pat. Queen Donnell said you got it. You know she knows. She been rocking with us since the jump. She said you got it. You got to go forward, champ.
It's the positioning of
It's
the
your world,
camera
King.
and the recording process. But yeah, we could do that.
Hell yeah. I'm definitely will be watching. I'll pull up on the personal account and check it out, bro. You got 2 viewers right there. You got 3, 4 of us right here in the chat ready to watch. So come on, champ. Let's go,
Right.
Pat. Honeybee
Cheat
said,
code.
come on with it, Pat. That's both of the queens of the pod. You got to do it now.
Cheat code for drawing, everybody.
Yeah.
Light blue non-photographic pencil. You can make as many mistakes as you want with it or whatever, but when you write over with a regular pencil, you can't really tell. It just looked like you just made it more
Say
fuller
that one more
or whatever.
time. Light blue, non-photographic.
Light blue non-photographic pencil. When I started the comic book or whatever, I actually went to this comic book shop. It was a Native American dude working there, and he told me about the paper they use and the pencil.
Sure.
And yeah, I like painting oil and water paints. But now that's something I need to actually work on. Like I know how to paint, but as far as the control of paint or whatever, like controlling it the way I want it to do. Yeah, that's where I can set it up. I can, you know what I'm saying? But as far as the tricks of coloring and stuff like that, I need to work on that myself. Whatever.
I smell a collab coming. I smell a collab coming.
With a pencil.
Putting that out there. Just putting that out there. Pencil and paint. That's the name of the show right there. Pencil and paint. Was good.
Oh yeah. Randomly on this random adventure I had out here, Tiz. I was leaving out the store, and I guess this guy saw this Sirius XM sticker on my truck, and he was like, "Hey man, I got a record. I got a radio show on Sirius XM." I was like, "Man, my Sirius XM kind of expired because it's a new truck and everything." But he was like, "Hit me up or whatever." Robert Fuller. I was like,
"Go ahead." Tell him put us up on some game, man. If you know about radio, let's get that.
Yeah, I told him about the podcast and everything. It's like he hit me, he hit me so random that I was like, oh shit. And then I was like, wait a minute, I got a podcast. Hey, homie, let me promote this right quick since you promoting.
I'm telling you, very perspective, man. The universe be moving, though. The universe be seeing this stuff. I just be seeing it too. That's it. But you can't make this stuff up, man. Like, what are the odds? But yeah, man. The hell was I about to say? God damn it! See, that's that old man brain fart. Be accountable had asked about the wrestling. Well, yeah, man, we had just talked this week about our favorite wrestlers, best factions of all time, funniest factions, just some of the classic shit. I don't know if y'all are into wrestling out there, but I've been watching these A&E biographies they've been doing lately on like old school wrestlers and, the wrestlers I grew up on. So, yeah, I've been just checking it out. But yeah, pencils and paints. Yes, I'm telling y'all, that's the show, right? I'm telling you. It's a whole lane for that. And that's two different techniques that are very, very different. But to be an artist, they both vital as hell.
That's the thing about being an artist. You can use whatever and be an artist. Chalk, shit, whatever you want. Like spray paint.
Yeah,
I've seen people do stuff with. I be seeing these videos where they make like murals out of like the craziest stuff. Like I seen people make like paintings off of coffee grounds and shit like that.
Yo,
different layers.
Hold up, okay, hold on. I'm gonna get back into the art, but he just said, "For Hustle best day ever." Okay, I respect that. I think who said it? Was that Face that said that?
Face. The original.
Yeah. I think Face agreed with that one. Yeah, the original For Hustle back with Tully Blanchard and them, and Ole Anderson and all them. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I definitely. They like one B to me, but I think that the original New World Order, the first four, you had the Outsiders, Hulk Hogan, and when Eric Bischoff first announced that he was also behind it, and they first had them commercials and the music first hit. Like I think that's probably the most influential stable since then, and I feel like their impact on wrestling was bigger because they literally changed the way we looked at wrestling from looking at it as like kayfabe to like actually looking at it like, oh, this is some real shit. But it's hard to argue against the Four Horsemen. I mean, that original group damn show set the standard for years to come. Like we might not even have factions if it weren't for them. So I can't argue your logic there. And yes, them biographies are hitting very perspective. Like if y'all into wrestling, A&E been doing a dope little series. Also, they got on Vice, the Dark Side of the Ring. That's been doing some dope documentaries on it. If you're into the 90s, 90s wrestling, I couldn't tell you much after 2001 what the hell going on now, but yeah, the pre-John Cena shit. If you into it, check it out, please. Yes. Yeah, that ain't number Hulk Hogan with jean shorts.
Man, they got Captain America's reject.
Yeah, that's
start freestyling
with bad rapping. I never could get into that. It's been hard for me to watch wrestling in a long time.
And he has an album. That's the funny thing about it. He has a whole
like a real album. Like
he has a whole real rap album.
Hold on, like you can buy it on iTunes and shit.
Yeah, let me look this up real quick because I know.
Oh, I'm gonna find one of his songs. Then that's going on next Sunday show, not this Sunday, but the next live we do, the next Union Answers. But that's on it.
Guess the name of the album.
Huh. Third World War. Put me up on some good reading. I roll with that too now. Four Horsemen. Let me write that down. I like it. Make sure I don't forget this because I'm old-headed. My brain will. Four Horsemen. You know who that's by any chance? Can't Hide. Who wrote that book? I'm always down for some good brain food right there. Always down for that.
Mob.
Looking back at Cena, was the ultimate culture warrior. Fuck yeah, he was. Damn right he was. He was Vanilla Ice.
You can't see me.
That's the name of his album.
Gonna reach my heights and rap, then go rock. Yeah, that's exactly what he is.
Damn, John Cena.
I
made John Cena before John Cena came out.
I hated him on the video game too, fam. I told you that. I hated that fucker, generic fucker. David Monroe, got you. David Monroe. Man, I'm gonna get up on that. Look on that. I hated that fucker.
Oh shit.
Fucker John Cena. David Monroe. I got you, can't hide. I got that. I just wrote it down. I'm definitely gonna look up that book. I love brain food. If y'all ever got good books, please shoot them my way. Also, we do a black business segment on our podcast every week, and we are running low on them. So if you got black businesses that just want free promos, all we need is their information and whatever.
It could be your business. It could be a black business that you know of.
Yeah, if it's a black business you believe in, or if you have one of your own that you just want, free promo for, please email us at the Podnas Podcast at gmail.com. We are always looking to promote and put out information about our fellow black businesses out here. Because if we don't support us, then who the hell will? So please send those to us. I know that was random as hell, but if y'all know us, this live structure usually gets pretty random because we're a podcast. So this freestyle shit is not
that's us.
A cup of tea.
That's us to the best.
Yeah. But yeah, man, shoot us your black businesses. Definitely want to keep promoting them. Anybody else got a topic you want to put out there? Panel is still open. The chat is still open.
I heard a topic the other day. I was gonna wait to the podcast to bring it up, but we don't laugh. So I want other people's feedback, not just our three. Okay. If a man gives your woman a gift, is she supposed to tell you?
All right, say that if a man gives your woman a gift, so like if somebody gave my wife a gift, that's a man.
Yeah.
Is she supposed to tell?
Uh-huh.
I would assume so.
Or would you expect her to tell?
And in the relationship I have, hell yeah, I would expect it. The same way if a woman gave me a gift, I would explain it to her. Yeah.
Exactly. That's what we feel. But I know in the conversation I was listening to, some people was like, it depends on what the gift is. But from the wider perspective, if a man gives your wife a gift, if a man gonna give your wife a gift, he has some likeness for her. You feel me? So for her to even accept that gift is something wrong.
Well, I don't know, because you might have like say your wife is a business owner, right? And it's common practice in business for like you to like if you work with a certain company and they want to show their appreciation, they'll give you a gift or something. So that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I think if it's a friend dynamic between her and the dude, then that would be a little off if that's something that wasn't there. Like if they was friends before I met them and that's like their tradition, that's been happening all this time, and I know that, and I ain't tripping to be honest, but I also feel like it wouldn't be nothing to hide in that case. If it's something to hide, I think that's where my antennas keep going up. Like, why you gotta hide a gift? Like, what do it matter? Like,
exactly.
If it ain't nothing there, you should be like, oh, look at these flowers someone gave me for this, that, and it should be a normal conversation. It's like if you acting weird. I think if you act weird about anything, that's when I started getting a little weird, because especially in my relationship, like we done talk, like we know each other's deepest, craziest shit. So at this point, like if you hiding something like that, what the hell is there to hide? What's wrong?
Exactly.
What's going on there?
Exactly. Yeah, I just want to get y'all input on this.
It should be a normal conversation, I think. I
believe the communication in all any relationship of substance should be on that level.
Yeah. Any outside entity that does anything involving you and your relationship should be a conversation between you and your partner. Like, I look at relationships like that shit like it's like we're a sovereign nation. Like anybody sending diplomats over here, then we all need to know about it so we can, prepare defense. Because it's my uncle. Yeah, I know Uncle Curtis. But he when I was about to get married, he gave me this advice. He was like, now that you getting married, it's your job to protect your home against any and all things that ain't from your home. So like if it ain't me, little tears on my wife, I gotta make sure that we all on the same page so we can defend ourselves against whatever may whether that be a family member trying to hate, whether that be a physical threat from something out in the neighborhood, whether that be, somebody trying to, a teacher trying to talk down at my child, like anything that if it ain't of us, we need to be all on the same page at all times. So like, I think if you're in a relationship, anything coming from the outside of our relationship, any advice somebody throwing in there, that needs to be something we talk about. Like,
that brings up a different topic.
Yeah.
That brings up a great topic. The black family structure and the lack thereof.
Right.
As we all remember back in the day with grandfathers and great grandmothers and everything, grandpa might have had 2 or 3 families, but grandma stayed in it and made sure the family was held down and strong. You feel me? Even though grandpa made a mistake or whatever, and when he passed, you found out you had 15 brothers and sisters, whatever. Right. You feel me? The black family structure was still there. Now, I got a black family structure, and we tough. You feel me? Like everybody know how it go. But for the masses, we don't have that many black families anymore. You feel me? There's still a lot of single parent households, and now we're seeing single parent households with just single fathers as well. Now, we all know the dynamic of a 2-parent household and the strength of that with children. Do y'all think it's a lack in strength? Not even a lack in strength. How can I say it? Do you think it's a lack in the structure when it's only a single parent, and that inhibits the kids or prohibits the kids from doing certain things or learning certain things going forth? Because we all know, when you have structure in anything, everything behind it falls a certain way. And when you have, in our culture, that black family that stands tall, you feel me? That comes with a certain amount of strength. So, what y'all think? I mean, back in the day, I started coming back in the day. We talking about in the 50s and 60s. Grandpa was out there doing whatever, and grandma really ain't say nothing. So he had 2 or 3 families, and he could come home and say it was a mistake. Ain't want nobody going down the head. We ain't talking about 2021. 2021, that's something totally different.
I think.
Oh, go ahead, Pat. Go ahead. You got it.
I think anytime you eliminate another protective adult that's supposed to be around the child, that child is at a hindrance. That, like on a statistic level, if you want to go there or whatever, just statistics proves that a child does better when both parents are involved, pretty much, because it's that stability. If one parent can't do one thing, the other parent makes up for it or whatever. It's not one of those situations where one parent can't do one thing, so that one thing is on hold until we can get somebody to help out, or they eventually got time to go ahead and do it or whatever.
Right.
So it's always going to be a situation where the 2-parent house is a way more of a benefit and advantageous to a child just having one parent. No matter how strong the parent is, no matter, the parent could be rich as heck, you know what I'm saying, and have all the benefits in the world, it still will be a detriment not to have the other half of parenthood with the child, because you can't everything.
I agree.
I think go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to get it off. Like, I mean, that's not any other. That's not any single parent household, because I came from a single parent household myself until
we all did.
My mom remarried or whatever. But I did, even when my mom remarried, I definitely know the difference between when I didn't have a stepdad there than when I had a stepdad there. You know?
Right.
So yeah, that's all I had to say.
No, that's real. I think it come down to a balance of energy. So it ain't so much on whether or not it's a single parent household. Like you said, all 3 of us come from single parent households, but there are certain energies that I did miss for certain parts of my life, because my dad was never there. But then I also was able to pick up on some of those energies that I needed that my mom might not have been able to provide, because I had my grandfather there as a young child. I had uncles that poured heavily into me. I had other male influences that kind of picked up the slack of when my dad wasn't there, and the things that my mom couldn't teach me, I kind of was able to learn those things from them. I think the more of a balance in those energies you have, it can work out. Because if you got a single mom and you got grandpa who's heavily involved in the child's life, then it can kind of even out. Right. That's why I'm saying, she said, what if the other half is abusive? That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's a certain type of family that works. I think it's just certain energies have to be present in order for the child to be as productive as possible. Because you can have a single father with a great supportive grandmother and the child still grow with both energies that they need to have and become a balanced adult. And sometimes it's not healthy to have both parents in there, especially if both parents aren't able to be have healthy communication and deal with each other in a way that's not going to add more trauma to the child. So I think in general, it just goes to the balance of energies. Like I think all children need masculine and feminine energies in order to develop into the full human being they're going to be, because every person has those two energies in them. You know, you come from a mother and a father. So you need both of those energies. Does it necessarily have to come from a father and the mother biologically? Nah. Like Pat said, he had a stepdad that kind of jumped in to fill the void. You can have other people that fill the void as long as you get those energies and you get those lessons on how to be a man from a man, and those lessons on how to treat a woman if you're a dude, or if you're a woman, you know, how to be a woman from a woman. Like I think as long as you have both of those energies present and balanced in your life, you can still grow a productive child. I don't think it's anything that replaces a biological mother and a biological father both being there for their child, because there's a certain type of love that a biological parent has for their child that you can't replace. So, you know,
now
it's always ideal to have that, but
you know. I'm glad you made the point about having both energies and how it helps somebody grow up. Now, personal story, you know, everybody, I done told my story many times on our podcast, lives or whatever. Now, as we all grew up, we were all single parent households. You feel me? Pat, you had your stepdad come in, bruh. We already know back and forth situation between us. You feel me? My father died at an early age, but even then he wasn't in my life. You feel me? So as growing up, the only males in my life was me and my brother. So that was my male influence. So I got uncles. My grandfather died at a young age with me too. So I really wasn't close to my grandfather. So the only male influence I had was me and my brother, and the men my mother would deal with. But the only males I saw, adult males, was toxic individuals. You feel me? So I blame that for a lot of my own toxic energies that I learned, the wrong learning. You feel me? But even though I had toxicity around me with the men, my mother continued to try to counter that with her positivity. Even though she was a single parent, my mother was doing her thing. You feel me? Like I said, my mother was a hustler. My mother did anything she owned her business. My mother used to run numbers. My mother done a lot to make sure we ate and survived as far as we need to. That's why I'm able to survive now. But as far as growing up with both of those energies, to me, it leaves me. That's why I feel like I am where I am now mentally, figuring out stuff. You feel me? Like at my age, I'm still figuring out, but I don't see that at myself as a deterrent or anything as bad as far as myself, because to each his own. We all find out ourselves in our own time. There's people 60, 70 years old and just figuring out who they supposed to be. You feel me? So I mean, I look at the upbringing as far as my black family structure, not as weak, but I feel it gave me positive and negatives growing up. The negative I saw, I feel like I shouldn't have saw to a certain level, but like I said in my last video, nothing that happens to any individual is unique. We've all faced times of abuse. We've all faced times of physical, mental, emotional, and all types of abuse. You feel me? So growing up with that ain't nothing unique, but how you deal with it yourself is the unique thing. I try not to go down a negative path like most people. You know, they say hurt people. I try not to hurt nobody. You feel me? Like, it's only in my older age that I get all that anger. As my younger age, everybody could tell you I was quiet as a mouse. You barely even knew I was in a room if I was there with you. You feel me? Because I chose not to say nothing. I stayed to myself. But that was because of the things that was done to me and how I respond to them. But in my adult age, I can see those adult men and I know that their actions was wrong. As a child, you don't know what's wrong or right. All you know is what's being said to you and what's being told to you. But as an adult with children now, I can look back and honestly to God know that's some toxic shit. Let me not continue to do that. Let me not even put that inkling in my mind. Let me go about this a different way. Let me try to find a different way. So I'll be the first person to say I may be ignorant to a lot of stuff, but you're only ignorant until you gain the knowledge. So my favorite phrase is two phrases mixed into one. You feel me? They say ignorance is bliss, but knowledge is power. So you really got to decide: are you willing to be? Do you want to be happy or powerful? I believe it's a balance. You feel me? I try to find that balance in the both, and that's just how I try to come out of that.
And I think that's the key, man. Like you found balance despite you having a deficit, or what would be considered a deficit because you didn't have biological dad there. You found outlets to fill that void and to try to seek that knowledge that was missing. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's also incumbent upon whoever the single parent is or whoever the single provider for that child is to continue to do like Mom Deuce did and, make sure she give you that balanced way of looking like, yeah, even though you may see this and this is the real of it. And this is the other side of that. And you know what I mean? And I think everything in life seems to be really much just about balance. You know what I mean? Like you're never going to have any of too much of anything is a problem. You know what I mean? So as long as you got that balance and you're able to kind of find your way and the people that are in your life are able to direct you to those places where you can find it. You know what I mean? I think that's the key. You know what I mean? And like whatever you gained from me growing up, like that was coming from the men that took time to impart that in my life. And that came from whoever taught them. So I think that's also incumbent upon us to just have that village mindset of like, it ain't got to be your kid. It might not even be somebody that's younger than you. But if you see your brother, your sister out there kind of floundering or missing something, like, and you got a way to help fill that void for them, like, go ahead and do it. Because it might be something little to you, but for them, it might change their trajectory and allow them to be more powerful for the next person they encounter, and they might be able to do something even greater for that next person. So, like, we just got to continue to, like, really just pour into each other. Like, none of us got it perfect, but we all got value, and we all got value, insights, and life lessons that we need. You know what I mean? Like I said all the time, I probably learned more since we started this podcast, and I've been able to, like, interact with all these people outside of our sphere that I have, and probably the past 10 years, just because it's perspectives that I'm not used to hearing. It's books that I've never heard of. It's thought processes that I didn't know exist. You know what I mean? It's communities that I didn't know existed. So it's like, I think that's the key. Just keep on providing that balance and learn everything. But I feel like I rambled on that.
No, you hit the point exactly,
Wherever
bro.
my brain was going, it was going.
No, you hit the point exactly. We said we need. Remember, like at the end of the day, I really feel like as adults, we need to take the time and start looking back at the lessons we've learned growing up, so we can really appreciate them. You feel me? Like, especially when you get kids, because each adult, they try to do, I'm gonna do better than my parents did, but don't try to do so much better than your parents did that you lose the good lessons that they taught you. You feel me? So I mean, like, with those energies come certain things, and we gotta keep on. Even the bad lessons we learn, we know not to teach them to our kids. You feel me? Look back and learn. Okay, damn, I was taught this. So let me not teach that to my child. Let me not expose my child to this. You feel me? Like, it's pros and cons. You feel me? Pros and cons.
Yeah, I was gonna say 90% of the shit that I do right now is because I'm trying to avoid some bullshit I learned growing up or I saw growing up. So, like, you're right about that.
Yeah, I mean, shit. I do shit now. I do shit that I never thought I would be doing, man. Like, I don't shit. Hell no. Most of the shit I do now, and the positive light that I do it in, I couldn't see myself doing not even 2 years ago. But I'm glad I am where I am now, because it's just showing positive progression in myself, and I refuse to let anything stop me from winning. So I mean, regardless of what the situation is, personal, it could be an internal struggle. I'm still not gonna let myself stand in my way. So,
right, and that's the thing, though. Well, K. Hines said, "Keep living, and you will learn." That's it, man. Like, some people don't get to that point because they stop living. They get stuck in one place and they just stay there. They stop living. You could be alive and not be living. You know what I mean? Like you gotta actually live,
Yeah.
experience life,
Complacency is
experience
the
shit
brother of death,
outside of
man.
what you used to. Don't be too close-minded to hear somebody else's perspective. Like you be surprised what you learn when you listen to who you
As soon
see
as you
as the
start
other
becoming
side.
complacent, you start to die.
I've learned so much watching Fox News, even though I disagree with so much that they say. But I learn because I get to see a perspective and what somebody else is thinking, and that teaches me more about myself. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you gotta open that mind and open them ears and eyes and consume everything. Live in this world, smell them roses and all that shit, but live. Amen.
Damn right.
Amen, brother. All right. Anybody else got a topic? Because you know me, I start floundering after what would be our normal podcast. I'm not good at these long lives. Like I'm so green to this shit. Yeah, man. But yeah, watching the enemies. You know, Sun Tzu said, you know, part of war is knowing your enemy too. You know, you got to know them as well as you know your friends. Trust that.
Only way you could defeat them.
Good word. No matter how stupid they seem, yes. No matter how stupid they seem, still watch it. It's something to learn in the fuckery too. What's good, Pat?
You know what's crazy? Because when you look at Fox News as a black man, you're like, man, there's people that actually believe this shit.
Yes.
Like, this is obvious that this is like just some bullshit they're saying out their mouth. But with my job, you know, majority, I have a bunch of calls that come in and say, hey, my Fox News is messing up. Like I know who I'm talking to as soon as they tell me that. Like they come in like, yeah, man, blah blah blah. My box was messing up or whatever. Like, all right, so how long it's been messing up? And like this and this long, man. And I was watching Fox News. I was like, all right, and I know what tone I need to do on this call here.
But you know what's funny though?
But when I talk,
you gotta watch that too, because sometimes they might be watching Fox News the same reason I have, to just see what the other side thinking.
Well, no, you know, as my job, I can't really like express, nor do I want to express my opinion about anything. That's the last thing I want to do at my job, because I just want you to get the fuck off my phone after I fix your shit. We have nothing else to talk to. You want me to sell you some shit? Other than that, all right. But a lot of times with my job, I end up being a psychiatrist for people that got to be damn near 15 to 20 to 30 minutes. Not 30, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 years older than me from time to time. Oh, sometimes 90-year-olds or whatever. But so I don't, me expressing my opinion would prolong the talk longer. And I really just want you to get off my phone. Really. I'm a nice guy, but I don't know you. I don't know you. And my other thing I know I'm random, but people, when you're on the phone with these people on the phone that have your account information in front of you or whatever, like they know where you live. Like they come up and they basically know where you live, pretty much.
People that got your personal information or make your food.
Like, yeah, you might want to be a bit more cordial. Half the time, they're not the person you're mad at. Yeah, really, they trying to help you to get you off the fucking phone or whatever. So you can stop being mad.
People never take their anger out on the person who needs it. They need to take it out with. People take their anger out on somebody else who has nothing to do with it. 9 out of 10.
Yeah, because they're afraid to goddamn
the source of that
themselves,
anger.
but...
That's it. The source of that anger brings insecurity and fear. That's what that is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know who was it that said it the other day. I think it was one of y'all said on the podcast. Like, it's the fear that breed, like the insecurity breed that fear, and that's what make you scared of folk. That's what make you do stupid shit. That's what make you, this person over here is fucking me over. Let me go cuss out my kids tonight because the boss made me mad. Like what? No, cuss that boss out.
Sarcasm has saved me from quitting my job so many times. It's the sword and shield that carry
the beauty of dry wit.
Yes.
Yeah, buddy.
because
Really
I
good for cutting
simply
people
just say
down in a
stuff.
nice way.
Yeah, it's not that I'm cutting them down. I'm making them realize that they're stupid.
Yep.
And then when they get that aha moment that they did something stupid, like, well, thank you, sir. Like, well, and I reassure them that, well, sir, that wasn't me. That was all you. You the one that pressed the power button and cut it on. And that was the problem in the first place. You didn't cut the damn TV on.
The recoil from self stupidity is very satisfying.
Yes, Lord.
Very satisfying.
Yo, making stupid people be making you feel like you're dumber than them because they're too stupid to realize something that they don't know nothing about.
Big facts. Big facts. Well, guys, I do think I am gonna have to be rolling though. The wife and the son, they want daddy to come watch Luca. So, I gotta go get my Disney on with the fam. Daddy duties call. You know what I mean? But
all right, y'all.
Podnas, thank y'all for pulling up in the middle of y'all work days and whatnot and joining me so I don't have to flounder through this alone. I appreciate y'all. Pod Squad.
Got you, bro.
Thank y'all for coming in and just teaching us from your perspectives. Thank you, Very Perspectives and Binary, for joining the panel today. Thank you, Can't Hide and Beautiful and Diggable Logic and Honeybee and HM and let's see who we got. Let me make sure I don't miss none of my people, man. Be Accountable. Thank you, Very. Thank you, Vita V. Thank you, Donnell. Let me make sure I get everybody. Y'all know I don't like to miss none of the people that came in. I got Honeybee. Yes, Queen Honeybee. Thank you, Last Call.
Nice meeting y'all. Nice, kind people to the show and everything. This is
yes,
nice
man. Thank y'all all. If I missed you, it's because the chat didn't allow me to go up higher. But thank y'all. If you are on Facebook, stream y'all, don't let me see y'all. So thank y'all. Happy Father's Day to my fellow fathers. I know I'm gonna enjoy my Father's Day evening with this Gemini Queens panel we doing Sunday night. So I'm excited about that. But thank y'all for spending y'all afternoon/early evening with us. Hope everybody's family is doing well. Enjoy your Fridays. Be safe. Love each other. And Tiz will probably see y'all in these YouTube streets as always. So I'll see y'all in the chats. And I'm 1/3 of the partners, your boy Tiz, along with
the other third of the Padawans, the Padawan here driving the traffic, along with
It's space and a place, and I just want everybody to find that balance in life, man.
Amen. Amen. As always, man, we the partners, man. We love y'all. Thank y'all again for your time. Thank y'all for the love. Thank y'all for joining in the conversation with us. And we're gonna see y'all around on Sunday, man. Peace, love, and blessings, man. Y'all be good. One.
All right, time to eat. Yeah.